The wait is finally over. We are finally going to be reacting to Jane Animation's video, Pokemon Send Me All the Plushies. Welcome back to Camelot. Today, we're going to react to Pokemon Send Me All the Plushies. And for a second, I thought they meant Pokemon sending Jane all the plushies from Generation 1 to Generation 8. And Legends of Arceus. Not Generation 9, because at that time, it wasn't out yet. But, according to the thumbnail, it's only Generation 5. And also, I decided to do something fun. Whenever Jaden mentions a Pokemon that isn't Generation 5, I will take off a hat off. Will all my hats be gone by the end of this video? We'll find out. It's an hour-long video, so maybe not. I don't really know. And yes, I will not be using my headphones because my headphones doesn't fit on all these hats. Now, the reason why this took so long for me to finally react to is that because this is like an hour-long video. Like, I wanted to react to it, but like I really need to I cannot be like busy later on, and as of right now, this is like the perfect time to react to this video. So, without further ado, let's finally watch this video. Let's go.
Plushes, stuffed animals, whatever you call them, you do not realize how much I love those things. I am not kidding. No matter what age or point in my life, something about stupid little fuzzy squishy creatures has always filled me with so much joy. You know what else fills me with joy?
What?
Pokemon. So combine those two things and you've got a hyperfixation like no other. Don't believe me? Look at this. All mine, and I am actively choosing to not stop. Especially the giant ones. I've got 2 more on the way. If you think I have a problem, then you just don't get it. Now let me tell you a story. Back in 2022, Pokemon ended up sending me a couple little care packages, not only for the release of Scarlet and Violet, but a general Christmas one too. They had a Scarlet Violet bag, poster, cute little tie, of course a plush of one of the starters, and the Christmas one had little Pokemon ornaments as well as a very generous $100 gift card to the Pokemon Center, the Pokemon Company's merch store. Of course, I ended up spending like $900 buying more plushes anyway, but that's besides the point. By the way, I had no idea they were gonna send me anything in the first place. Like, I have no idea how they found my address, it kinda just appeared. Anyway, in the boxes, there was also a business card for a contact at the Pokemon Company, Stefan. I decided to send them an email mentioning the boxes were received safe and sound, and to say thank you so much for sending me anything in the first place, because it made me very happy. To my surprise, Stefan actually responded, and was very happy it all delivered with no problems. They also mentioned that if I ever needed anything Pokemon related, to hit them up. And I don't know why, but in that moment, understanding I had just purchased $900 worth of Pokemon plushes 2 hours prior, I decided to say, Stefan, can you send me an entire Pokedex of Pokemon plushes for me to rank? And long story short, Stefan, the GOAT, made it happen. A few business days later, and an enormous box full of 174 Pokemon plushies was on my doorstep. Fun fact, that equates to 30 whole pounds of plushies. So what was specifically in the box was all of Generation 5's decks of Pokemon Sitting Cuties, which is Pokemon's plush line dedicated to making a plush form of every single Pokemon in a certain generation. The Gen 5 line is actually really special because they sent it to me before they were even released to the public.
Wait,
like Stefan said, I'm the only creator that's been approved to have all of this new line.
No
which,
way.
Once again, thank you so much, Pokemon Company. You don't know how much this means to me. I am eternally grateful. I do want to clarify that the Pokemon Company sent me all these plushies for free out of the kindness of their own hearts, but they aren't paying me to like promote them or make a video or anything. This is all me. However, if you just happen to want to get yourself any of the plushes you see in the video, the line is available starting April 5th on the Pokemon Center website if you're in the US, Canada, or UK. It sounds like a sponsor, but it's not. I just like Pokemon a lot, okay? Is that such a crime? Now, all that being said, I'm gonna do the first ever IRL tier list of every single Gen 5 Sitting Cutie Pokemon has to offer. I haven't seen them yet, I'm going into it completely blind. And Pokemon, if you're watching, if a plush just happens to be a little bit ugly, I hope you understand that I'm gonna have to call it ugly. I'm so sorry, please don't be mad at me. I have to speak the truth for the people. So, as you can see, we have a IRL tier list. First ever done from my knowledge, I haven't looked. Oh, I should probably talk about what we're gonna be doing as like critique. So we're gonna be looking at how good the Pokemon looks, just in general. Since they're called Sitting Cuties, we're gonna rank them based on how well they sit. So if they're like look really good but they faceplant, that's down the tier. Yeah, the sit rank. I think that's fair. Yeah. S rank, best ones. They look great, they sit great. A tier is they look good or they sit good, but they're not like top tier, you know? B is being generous because Pokemon might be watching. And then we've got the sad tier, which I didn't want to say was like D or F tier. So
that's the bad one.
It's not the best. It could be better. I don't know how many are going to be good. Like I said, I haven't looked at them all yet. We're going to plop them down here, take a good old gander, and then we're going to put them in the tier list. The Pokemon company sent me a nice little letter. They said, let me know which one's your favorite. And I'm like, I'm gonna tell you all of my opinions.
I don't think they knew what they were signing up for.
We found Victini. I will say right out the gate, this guy looks great. He sits very well. He's got his little wings. He doesn't sit that well, actually. Like if I were to plop him down, he'd fall over. I'll consider Victini very cute. If I'm a Victini fan, I'd be ecstatic about this. I think this is a safe A tier because he's not that consistent on the sitting. But if I had him on my desk, I would look at him and be like, that's an awesome guy. Next, we've got Snivy. This guy's a funny guy. He's very narrow, if you can see. Like his head is very thin. Oh my god, I did not expect him to sit.
Snivy.
Tostada, what, you look at a Snivy? There he goes. The feet have to be spread for him to sit. Overall, I think he looks great. He's got his little wispies. As a Snivy fan, would you be happy about him?
I don't know if I could be a Snivy fan though.
No. My instinct is to put him a little B tier. He's a little thin, narrow. That's why I want him to have a little bit of plump to him. So he'll go right here. Servine looks much better, I will say. See, like, he's got more plumpness to him. I think he sits pretty good, I'd say. They got his little back toe. Do you see it? I think he's also a good old B tier. I'm seeing so many guys. You don't really realize how many Pokemon are in Unova until you have 174 plushes of them all.
I mean, at what point do you just dump them all out?
You're right, actually. Be free, guys. Oh my god.
Does that become better or worse for you?
It'll get much more simple. We're moving on.
Yep.
We're going to Tepig. Well, here's this guy. I'll put him there for now. And then there he is. We got him. We got him.
Tepig!
This guy's awesome. He's got his little oinky tail. I did not expect him to be like sitting.
Kind of like in a meerkat stance.
Yeah, he's kind of like up and ready, you know? But honestly, I think this is a great one. I think he goes A tier as well. Very cute. It looks like he's got underwear on though. Pignite. I could just like plop him down however and he sits. The more I look at him, he's funny looking.
And you're not ranking it off your personal Pokemon preference.
No, but like...
Because you're not a Pignite fan.
I'm not a Pignite fan. But I think he gets a solid B tier because Tepig is cuter. And then we get Emboar. Big man. All things considered, sits well.
So cool.
That looks like Emboar. I think he gets B tier. Good old B tier. Maybe I need to start changing my opinions a little bit.
Maybe a little meaner.
Oh, quick Oshawott. Oh, that's adorable. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He has a round bottom and he's got like a Mickey Mouse nose. I think he looks great. I like how the seashell is like plush as well. It's not just like felted on. I think he's a great guy. He doesn't sit that well though. Actually, he's got like beans at the bottom. Do you hear it? I think the engineers, Oshawott engineers, put beans in his butt so that he sits easier.
So he's built to last.
He's built to sit. And you know what? I think that's an A for effort. I think he's so damn cute that I can look past how difficult it is for him to sit naturally. I think he goes in A tier. I think that's a really cute guy. We got Duat here, who looks like he's standing guy.
The sitting cute. He's like...
He actually can sit down. Actually, he sits really well.
That's probably the best sit we've seen so far.
I think he looks great. I think he also goes into A tier.
So can you find Samurott in here?
Yes, I can, Jacob. We got him.
Oh, he looks a little silly.
He's a little bit of a silly guy. Very good sit. That is a posture where like I can plop him down and he sits automatically. The big old sausage head of him looks a little funny. I don't know how they were supposed to translate it. They've got his attitude. Do you see like the smolder, smirk look? He's pissed. I get that he's a samurai and he's supposed to be like ready to fight or something. This is a solid B tier.
Carried by the sit, I think.
Carried by the sit. If he didn't sit and he looked like that, that's a sad face tier.
Okay, now I change the plans. So aside from Jaden mentioning any Pokemon that is in Generation 5, if any Pokemon goes in the oh no tier, I'm almost gonna take off a hand.
We got him! Oh my goodness. He sits, but he's a little crooked, I might say. I would have liked it to be like more planted like this. I guess you have to mold him. Just compared to these guys, I think it's a bit of a downgrade. I think he's a sad face too.
There we go.
I think he understands.
I feel bad.
He looks so alone and sad.
Tostada, will you find Pat Rat for me? She doesn't know what to do.
She doesn't even know what a pat rat is.
Got him, got him. Whoa, I've got some notes with him. Oh no, Pat Rat.
Too chonky for his own good.
This is what he's supposed to look like. I will say, I think this is the first one where the color is a little off compared to normal Pat Rat, and his face is giant. He sits well after kind of like molding him to the ground a little bit. I think he goes right here.
No.
What do you think he goes higher?
No, it's just sad, right?
It's a bummer every time. I feel like I'm just being really mean to these innocent Pokemon. Now we got Watchog. Oh, I see him. Oh, I like his little toes. He's got the little like Adventure Time hands. I think it's adorable. The face is not better. Can you get a side profile on him? He's got like a little bit of like a indented face. Oh my god, it's actually like, he is meant to have an indented face. He's got like the pattern just printed onto him. I just don't think he looks that great, I'll be honest. No, I'm gonna put him with his buddy. I think that makes it a little easier for them, because at least they have each other. Okay, now we got Lillipup.
Oh.
No, buddy, you're gonna make me have to rethink the entire tier. The body looks good. Tostada, you wanna see? Tostada, what do you... No. You don't go to that tier, Tostada. You're S tier. I think this is not great.
It's cute, but...
I feel like this is more of a prototype than anything. I think he's not quite fully baked. Okay, Herdier is next. Yeah, I found him. This is actually a really good one. Proportions are good. He sits really great. If I'm a Herdier fan, I pop off with this plush. I think he's A tier. There you go, buddy. Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, he fits amongst the other ones. I'm actually kind of rethinking Victini. I'll give it like a couple more, but he's very close to being S tier at this moment. Oh yeah, Stoutland. There he is. Oh my god. Surprisingly small. I think it was an interesting choice to sew his little tufts down, because he's kind of just a form. I think he's a safe B tier, because I don't think he's as bad as Lillipup, but he's not as great as Herdier. We've got Purloin coming up that we found Liepard. Oh, look. Aw. This just looks like, oh no.
We're running into the Lillipup conundrum.
Let me just like mold him. He looks great. I love how they have the little arms curve out like they do in the actual Pokemon game. He does like one of these, like that. And that's what they did here. It kind of makes it look a little weird with the little gloves, but I would say pretty good. The face doesn't look the best. It kind of looks like someone's persona, but I think that's also kind of the territory that Purloin is in. A solid B tier, I would say. Then we've got Liepard. Liepard looks great. Sits really well. He's got his little tuft here. I like how they always are pretty good about the little tufties. He kind of looks like he was taking a little pee. Do you see that?
Yeah, there's an elevated leg there.
Yeah, something's happening. I think he looks good. I think it's also just a B tier though. There you go. Pansage. Here we go. Found him immediately. I'll say it, I'm a Pansage hater and proud and vocal. He looks fantastic. He sits pretty well. He looks soft and cute.
Not a thought behind those eyes.
The Sage heads are popping off for this one. I think this is the first Pansage dub in like forever. I think this is what's gonna happen. I think this guy and this guy get promoted to S tier.
Oh my god.
Ooh, breaking the seal.
I think they just look really, really good. Like I see that and I'm like, oh, that's adorable. That's a Pokemon plush. Every little part of them are like adorable. And I can't believe that Victini is up there with Pansage. So Semi-Sage is next. This is Semi-Sage. He sits really well. For as complicated as he is, I think he looks fantastic.
Feels easily thrown off balance by like...
just a little bit of like an earthquake. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, that's like a 7 earthquake.
A 7's a lot. A 7 would knock this whole bookshelf down.
If I'm a Semi-Sage fan, I think this is a fantastic plush. I think he replaces where Victini was with A tier. Okay, now we've got Panseer, the fire guy. There he is. I found him. Oh, we haven't encountered any of them that don't actually sit yet, which I'm surprised. This guy looks great. I think he's cute. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the face. I don't think he looks as good as Pansage. I think it's also the big flame. Like the bush up there looks really, really good. But this is like a little bulbous, you know? But I think that's a solid A tier still. Yeah, he belongs there. Okay, Semi-Seer.
Semi-Seer's lame.
This guy's
Like,
tail. He looks funny.
Honestly,
He's a little too
Semi-Seer feels kinda
goofy.
forgettable.
Oh, the mouth is a little different. Is that how he is? That's super cute. I didn't notice that. He looks fine. He's also just an A tier, I would say. He doesn't sit that great though.
As an A tier?
Yeah, do you belong up there? No, he doesn't. There we go. He belongs there. Poor, pan poor. This is my least favorite one.
But
But nothing. I think it's still not good. I just do not like this Pokemon. I don't like what he's about. I don't like the energy he brings into the room. The more I look at him, the more I think he's B tier. No, yeah, I think that's fair. I think Pansage is the cutest, and Panseer is also cute. This one is not cute. B tier.
who's next?
Semi-poor. Aha! This one actually looks much
Honestly,
better than...
It looks super hard to balance, though.
Is this guy gonna sit? Oh, we got it. You really gotta mush him. Let's see here. I think it looks fine. It's just so hard because I don't like this Pokemon at all. But it's a good plush. I don't know how, but I think it looks better than this one. I guess I just like... no. My bias won't let it go any higher, but you know the truth. The next is Munna. Here he is. Oh my goodness. This guy's adorable.
Oh, that's a good plush.
This is a fantastic Munna plush. There's not even anything to critique. It sits well. It's got like good proportion. This being a Munna plush is fantastic. I think this is a great plush. Yeah, this is a very underwhelming Pokemon, but he goes straight up to S tier. All right, and then this guy. Does he sit like this? I guess he sits like that. I think this one also looks good. It's not an easy of an S tier as the other one. I think this is a good Pokemon. I'd say that's an easy S or A tier. Perfect. Hello, Taylor. P-Dove. I saw P-Dove. It's like over here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Whoa. I'm not gonna move him at all, but that beak goes crazy. That is an upward facing beak. So you guys know I'm a bird lover. This guy does not impress me.
Would you say you had high standards as a bird fan?
I don't even think so. I think he just could look better. But I don't even know how to make him better.
I mean, compare it to this.
Compare him to this guy that you can't buy yet, but eventually you can. I really think it's the beak that messes it up. Maybe I just got a faulty one, but it just goes up like that, and it's not supposed to. I don't think he's too great. I think he goes down here. He sits fine. It's just the beak that really messes with me. Okay, now we go to Tranquil. This guy looks much better. See, like, he sits better. I don't know if it's like a different fabric. It doesn't feel like it, but he's much softer as well. This beak is arguably more weird shaped than this one, and they did a phenomenal job with it. I think this is an easy A tier. I think it's a good Pokemon blush. We can do both Unfezants at the same time. Oh, I found him. He was at my feet.
He?
This is the he.
Oh, he?
Jacob doesn't know bird facts. I would say they both go into the same tier. I think it's the head shape. Like, this one's head shape is so good. This guy just doesn't look that great. He's a little turkey-like.
I could even put this in the Forbidden Realm,
In the
honestly.
Forbidden Realm? Oh, his beak also goes up? Oh, no. Yeah, it's also like the back of this fabric is not soft. It's like the back of the fabric is also different. Maybe he does go to the Forbidden Realm. Sorry, buddy.
Wait,
I guess they aren't in the same tier. But we're on to Blitzel now. Oh, here he is. Oh, he is meant to sit. This guy's cute.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's a really good one. Unfortunately, I think the different fabric is, like, he's not as soft as the other ones. And I think that's because this fabric is easier to print on, because, like, they printed on the stripes. I wish he was softer, but honestly, he's really good. I'd say he's A tier. He could have been S tier if he was, like, the really soft fabric.
Yeah, he's close, though.
He's a really good
I think high A tier. I wouldn't feel bad putting him in S just because we have so few.
You think so? He can chill up there for now. You're so right. Oh, he also looks good.
Looks cool.
Like, I think
That
it's hard.
striker
Well, wait,
looks
hold on.
really
Let me look at
cool.
him. His head is giant, and then his body is tiny. Like, look at the head compared to the
I'm glad
body.
that's
Giant
gonna
head.
come back
The tail
to,
actually looks
in
really,
the
really good
days.
for
Like,
being
yeah,
as
the
complicated of a shape as it is. He looks great, though. I think it's solid. 8 tier.
Yay.
It's gonna be hard to put any of like the big strong Pokemon in S tier because I think what makes a good plush is it being cute. It's just hard to make good looking plushes be scary and tough. We're looking for Roggenrola. There he is. Whoa,
Roggenrola.
bro is 3 really well.
Oh, that was
Roggenrola.
designed to sit.
This is my pitch to the Pokemon company. If you need to make Roggenrola pencil sharpeners, I think that merch goes crazy. I think this guy goes into B tier though.
But if he could sharpen pencils, though.
If he was a pencil sharpener, S tier. I think they did as best as they could with him, but he just doesn't look too great. I think he's meant to be a B tier guy. Then we got Boldor, which is not him.
Right there.
They're together. He actually looks great. I love the color. I've actually never looked at Boldor before. Oh wait, they made it so like he's just sitting completely. Easy A tier. Is he a S tier? I'm thinking if I'm a Boldor fan and I had this plush, I'm like, it's Boldor. It's a perfect Boldor. Would you say that's an S tier?
I think he's a contender for sure.
But he's definitely not as cute. No, he is.
Yeah, I say pull the trigger.
I think he's an S tier. I think he goes down here.
Yeah, that's the smart decision.
Then we got Gigalith. Given what he is, I don't think he looks bad at all.
I think he just runs into the thing with the striker or whatever. He doesn't look tough.
No, he's not supposed to be a plush form. He's supposed to be a cool action figure where you can get all his tough edges and corners and stuff. He doesn't look bad. I also like how he can just do like a little dance. Oh, his face is very narrow though. I think it looks good, but
Looks a lot better from the side, if I can be honest.
like I'm seeing it from the side. Seeing him from the front doesn't bode the same. His design has a plush ceiling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I really want to put him in B, but the more I look, I think he's not that great. It's the face that really does it for me. It's this face, buddy. Like just trying to put him here.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm sad about it. Pokemon, you did good. It was hard to work with. Woobat. I know where he is. This is just a Woobat. Straight up Woobat. I like how they made him really fuzzy. Bro sits down no matter what. He's like really throwable. In the hand, like a chuck. And he flies. S tier. Easy Woobat, S tier. Oh, I see him. Oh my gosh. Look at him. He's so excited.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's awesome. He's a silly little guy. They gave him like a lot of character somehow. Like his wings are up. His tail looks good. A weird shape for a tail, but it looks fine. His face is silly and happy. His feet are cute.
He has like the anime gap in his smile.
Yeah. What a guy. Is he also S tier?
I think
whole
so.
line is
I like
S
him better
tier.
than Woobat.
Wow. It's the ones you don't expect, I guess. Drillbur. Oh, I saw this guy before. Where is he? He's one of my favorites. Look at this. This guy, he's S tier in my heart, personally.
Yeah?
Say what you will, he's awesome. If Drillbur was my ride or die, and I got him as a plush, I would pop off. This is the nature of Drillbur, whether you like it or not. He's S tier.
Hey, it's your tier list.
I am not wrong.
No, I never said that.
Drillbur deserves S tier.
Were we looking for Excadrill?
Yeah, I see him. This little guy also looks great, though.
I feel like they still captured his like tough and rugged aspects while also still being cute.
I think the design choice to have his pupils be square, but the rest of his body be very cute and plush-like was really, really good. I like how they embroidered his design and isn't just like painted on. They choose to like print some textures and like embroider some, but it looks really good in this case. I think he looks great, but I'm just starting to mix up S tier and A tier. I'm a huge Excadrill fan, but is this an S tier plush? Do I put these both in the same tier? My heart wants to.
I say follow your heart.
I think they both go up here. I need to go over here on this side now. I love that Drillbur so much. He's such an awesome guy. Aw, Dino's next. Found him immediately. This guy's adorable. Holy crap, that's just straight up Audino. I like his little feet, his little hands. This plush looks good. I think it's A tier.
No more thoughts, just, yeah.
Just A tier. Timber. Where's the little man? Oh, here he is. They're all together. Whoa, this guy's great. He's really cute, I would say. The log, I didn't expect them to make it square because I feel like it's so much easier to make a cylinder plush, but I like the attention to the squared log. I think he looks funny and silly and cute. I think he's a good one. I think he goes A tier. Yeah, that looks like him. This is Girder, right? Yeah, it is Girder. This guy is a weird Pokemon. Will he even sit? Is this the first one that won't sit?
No, he can sit, but not well.
Yeah, you gotta finagle him. He's a finagler. I just don't like the look of this Pokemon, if I can be honest. His little steel beam. I don't know how they could have made the steel beam. I think it's the best it could be. It's okay. His face is okay.
If they put actual metal in it, he would fall over every day of the week.
Kids would be throwing their Girder plushes at each other in like recess, and he would be banned from schools. He's really hard to sit. I was surprised I got him to sit in the first place. I just don't like him.
Yeah, and the sad tier.
And he's not sitting for it either. There we go. He's kind of got a hunch over. And then it's Conkeldurr. I'll be honest, this guy looks really good.
I feel like his beams stabilize him, unlike the others.
Yeah, like his beams definitely help him out in the sitting category. He looks fine. I think this plush form does his original form justice, to be honest. And I don't think we've encountered that before. So I think I'll put him in A tier because of that. No, B tier.
You snuck in, buddy, almost.
I just saw this guy and I was like, no. I think it's hard for not cute Pokemon to break into A tier and higher. I don't think it's impossible. Blitzel did it. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Timpole! Where is he? There he is. This guy's adorable.
Oh, that's a plush.
That's just a straight up Timpole. There's not even anything to really critique. It's just, that's just straight up Timpole and his AirPod eyebrows.
Yeah, that's him.
A tier. Simple. Palpitoad. There he is. It's interesting that they did like the little seam here to make his little bulbous mouth. I don't think it really works the way they wanted it to. I think it just makes him look a little strange. He's a very small guy. I expected him to be bigger. I'd say B tier. He's not bad. There you go. I see exactly the guy we're supposed to do next.
Honestly, I forgot there was another one.
Seismitoad. A very wide man. Look at his foot. I didn't know his feet looked like that. What a funny guy. He's very wide in the face. He looks pretty good being a final Evo. I think he's an A tier final Evo, honestly. No, he's not.
Oh,
Close.
He was very close. Then we got Throw and Sock. I know Throw is over here. No, that's Sock. We'll do them together. There you are. Sock looks great. Throw is very square.
I think that's just how he's built.
That is how he's built, but why does he look different? Sock looks very on model. Throw just looks like a Minecraft villager. Or like...
Oh, like the Easter Island statues.
Yeah, the Eastern Islands heads. I think he looks funny. Sock looks great. Throw is a tier below him.
Oh, you gotta split them up.
I do have to split them up. I think Sock can go here.
Oh, no.
They sit really well, though.
I just like the pheasant peeking up.
Oh yeah, I forgot we banished him. Next is Sewaddle.
Fezon.
Sewaddle is cute.
Big head syndrome.
Barely doesn't sit. Yeah, I don't know what constitutes as a sit, but he is towing the line. Very big-headed man. Very cute though. It's not a Lillipup situation, but I think they could have shrunk his head a little bit. Oh, there's like the little leaf hole. I like that detail. I think this will go B tier. This guy, oh my goodness, Swadloon. Swadloon looks fantastic.
He looks ready to sit.
He was born to sit, I think. I think he's adorable. I like this Pokemon a lot, Swadloon. For what it's worth, I think he looks great. I think this is just A tier. Straight up A tier. And then we got Levani. I think the legs look really good for a complicated design. Very thin. I think it looks fine. I like it. I think this is the definition of B tier. Yeah, this is B tier. You can go with little Babby. Venipede. There he is. Oh my gosh, he's just perfect. Do you see him?
That's an instant S tier. I
That's
already
a
know it.
perfect guy.
I think it's everything you'd want in a plush, you know?
Exactly, like he's firm but not hard, you know? He's squishy. Perfect proportions, I would say. He's just straight up skyrocket to S tier. Venipede, good on you, buddy. Venipede, and then it's Whirlipede. This is dense. This is like the densest Pokemon plush we've got.
Can he spin? Oh.
Kinda. It's like a weird Pokemon to have as a plush, to be honest.
Really
they did
cool.
fine. I think it's a good A tier for Whirlipede. You can go like
Honestly,
like
that
this.
works.
And then
S tier.
Scolipede. Whoa. Scolipede is like one of my favorite bug
Scolipede is
Pokemon. And I'll be
amazing.
honest, this isn't Scolipede.
Ooh.
I think it was too hard to make a plush of him, honestly. He's a little wonky. He's a bit of a little shrimp man. I love this Pokemon, but unfortunately, I think he goes down here.
Ouch.
It's so sad. Poor thing. Then we got Cottony. So this is Cottony. He's very tall.
Wow. That's a big Cottony.
He's a very big guy.
Not supposed to be that big.
Connie's
No,
okay.
he's very tall too. He's kind of supposed to be like more like this, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
very.
squish. He's rounder, usually more ovular.
I don't think he's bad, but it's not quite.
He gives me
Cottony.
burger vibes.
Or I see it, or like little macaroon
Better.
vibes.
Yeah, better than a burger.
I think it's a good plush, but I think he goes into B tier because it's not quite. The proportions make me feel like it's not quite there, but he's very cute. And then we got Whimsicott. Here, do you want
Whimsicott.
to
No,
rate
no,
this
no, no.
one?
I got it. I just want to zoom in on Whimsicott. I love Whimsicott for the record. This is one of my favorite guys. This is an easy S tier for me, but I'll let you talk about it.
I think this is a fantastic plush.
Agreed.
It's
Whimsicott's
just the
pretty
perfect
good.
shape. They have his proportions
also
correct.
competitive.
I think it's
And also
fantastic.
was
He's got good like plushness. He's
competitively
very cute.
great
I
in
think
the
this is a one-to-one
Insolent Geo.
Whimsicott plush to the original. So I think he definitely goes up in S tier as well. I just think he's straight up cute. He's adorable. Petalil. Surprisingly sits well.
Petalil.
This is a very bright yellow, almost.
Like a lime.
I think this is a very, very good Petalil. I think it's adorable. The shape is perfect.
Petalil's cute.
But the color is not quite there. I think they could have used this color and it would have been a perfect Petalil. It's a shame because this is S tier quality, but the color brings him down to A tier for me. And Lilligant.
Lilligant.
Very bulbous. Very, very cute, I would say.
Lilligant is pretty good. Would
I think it's
prefer
great.
regular
The flower
Lilligant
is
over Hisuian
huge. For
Lilligant?
as complicated
I don't actually
as a
know. I mean,
plush design
Hisuian
this
Lilligant is
is, they did a
flying type, and I
fantastic
can-
job. I
flying
don't
type
think
like
it could
my
be
favorite
S tier,
type,
but it's
so I'm
straight
not
up
actually
with
sure.
A tier. Just like Petalil. Now we got the Basculins. We'll judge them
Basculin.
together.
They have
The blue
different
stripe
eyes.
is the
Yeah.
blue one.
What is my opinion on these guys? This one looks better, but I think it's just because the eyes are wider.
stripe,
This one's kind of
even
like got the
though that was
mean
introduced
mugging
in, like,
look.
August,
I don't know
it's
how,
also-
but his
his looks
lip is
also
like
really
fatter,
cool.
even though I
And the
don't
evolution
think that's true.
Basculegion looks
This guy goes
amazing.
here.
Oof.
Tough, buddy.
Oh,
This guy
come
can go
on,
here. B tier is getting
really?
filled out.
The blue stripe is my
Sandile.
favorite.
Oh my goodness. Look at him.
Sandile!
This is a good one.
Big head, but he makes it work.
He makes it
I
work.
use
His
the
legs are
Sandile
like
line
out
in
like that,
Pokemon
so
White
that
too.
like helps
Pokemon
balance
White,
out.
those
He's a
Pokemon.
good guy. I think the head is a little bit big, like a little too puffy for Sandile, but he's a very cute guy. I think it's straight up to A tier for him. He can go here. Petalil is staring at him. I think this guy looks great. That's just, he's just got Ari vibes. The proportions are good, the shapes are good. Right up to A tier again.
Yes,
You
and
go there.
Crocodile.
And we
Alright,
got
next is
Crocodile. He's over here.
This is
Oh, here.
Crocodile is like one of my
Whoa! Put his
favorite
mouth
Pokemons
down like
ever.
that. Come up, buddy.
Like,
His
top
mouth
10.
droops down a lot,
The
which
anime-
is
the
a
anime's the
bummer.
one.
I think
And
this
the
guy is
anime made me
awesome. They did his hands
absolutely
really
love
well.
Crocodile.
I like his
Like,
little
it's just
trunk feet. I
amazing.
think if they made this now a
And they
little
even
bit
made
shorter like
Ash
this,
Crocodile
it would
amazing.
be
Like,
easier
pretty
for it
much
to
the
not
best
droop
Pokemon
down.
you
I
can
think
get.
he's great though. Good shape to him. I'll put him in A tier too,
No
just because I like the
Speedo.
line a lot. Darumaka. I think this guy's adorable. What a
Darumaka.
funny, silly guy. I think he could be rounder though.
Yeah, it's such a Pokemon made to be a plush.
I'm not
If
too
I
sure
was
I would-
like a
I'm not
little
too sure which one's
child,
better.
I
The
could
regular
easily
one
have this
or
be
Galarian
my favorite plush that I
Darumaka?
take everywhere and
But-
hide in my backpack and
Yeah,
bring to
honestly, I think
school.
regular
I do think
Darumaka
this is an A
looks
tier plush though.
cool.
Oh wow, this is the
Darmanitan.
wrong color? Question
Yeah, it
mark?
looks kind of
And the Zen
brown.
mode
Is it very
Darmanitan.
brown?
The Zen mode looks good.
The Zen mode looks really
Okay,
good, yeah.
you wanna
I
know
love
something
the
funny?
tiny
When I was a
detailed
little kid and I
plush
saw
parts
Darmanitan,
because they look
I
good and
actually
they look
nicknamed
hard
it
to get right.
Darrock
This is just like
because
straight
he
up
was just
plastic that's
Darmanitan
been printed on.
with stone.
Darmanitan, the shapes look good, but it's just not the right color.
Feels like the easy part.
I
Maybe
even
they
thought at
wanted
one
them
point-
to be like
point the
different
Darmanitan
looking
Zen
side by
mode was,
side, but the color just brings it down to B tier for me. This form though looks good. I think he gets A tier. I don't know
Galarian
who
Galarian
would want a
Darmanitan is
plush
hilarious,
form
and
of
Galarian
the Zen
Darmanitan's
mode
Zen mode-
Darmanitan, but it's out there and it's a good one. So
Hilarious.
Maractus. Whoa!
And because I called
I don't
Dominant
think.
and
I think this is.
Zenmo Dora,
Oh,
I
Galarian
think this is
Dominant
gonna be
and
the
Zenmo
first
would be
sitting
Dora
cutie
Ice.
that doesn't
You
sit.
have to
I'll be
plant that one.
completely honest.
Maractus.
oh wow.
Pretty
It
forgettable.
straight up sits.
But it
The
was-
shapes
but it
that
was
just aren't
cool.
quite right though. Like it's supposed to be a little squished. I think the colors are also a little off. I love Maractus. I think they should have went with a lighter green, like on this part. His face could be cuter. It was close, but I don't think it's quite right. So I think it's gonna go down to this one.
Oh, that's tragic.
Unfortunately, I'm a huge Maractus fan. As a Maractus fan, I need to be honest with what I think Maractus looks like. We got Dwebble. Oh, I saw him. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
This is the most hermit
many
crab
hats do I
Dwebble
have
has
left?
ever looked.
I mean, I feel like it's no surprise that all the little cute
So I only
Pokemon
have,
look
like,
little
2
and
hats
cute
left.
in these plushies.
Yeah, this guy looks great. He looks very apart though. Like, I wish he was a little squished together like this. He kind of accordions
Dwebble
out.
is
I think he's adorable. Awesome Dwebble moment. I think he's a B tier.
Crustle's pretty easy to find in here, I feel.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
just a
is.
big
Giant
Minecraft
Giant
block.
rock. Look at his arms.
That's a
And
pretty
most
good
of
one.
these,
Dare I say a
Pokemon
great
ones.
one.
Why does he
I
look
really
like
love
softer
these
and
the
cuter and
anime.
fuzzier
This
than
guy's cool.
Crustle? Like his eyes
I
are
love
so
Crustle
cute and
because of Silence
fluffy.
Crustle.
I didn't expect a really good Crustle plush to exist, but he's right here and he's pulling it off. I like him. He's an A tier. You go here. His little feet can dangle
Oh,
down.
he's cool. He's hanging out.
He's a great bookshelf plush. And then we got Scraggy. You can really see the folds.
Oh yeah, that dude's got pouches.
Bro's got skin. I get that he's supposed to have like the extra loose skin as his little pants, but I think it doesn't work here.
Scraggy looks
I don't
cool.
think it's working for me right now. It's a little too much. His face, I wish it was rounder and cuter. I don't like him.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Scrafty though. See, this
And
is
now
the
down to my
correct
last
amount
hat.
of like saggy skin that I would like to see. Like this is too much folds.
Scrafty,
This
yeah.
is just right. But it's not like too in your face and creepy. He's got his little hood too that just like hangs out. I think he's fine. I think that's a solid B tier. In you go. Sigilif. There you are.
Sigilif.
Look at this thing.
How does this thing sit? Oh, maybe you have to put the tail flap
It
behind him.
doesn't.
Maybe? I think he
flying
goes
type.
forward.
It flies.
Oh,
I think this is the one that doesn't
yeah, it's
sit.
a non-sitter.
He kind of chills back. The proportions on this man are crazy. They made him very cute. I think this is a great Sigilif plush, but his head is massive compared to what he actually looks like. And all things considered, I think they did a good job with him. I think it's an A tier. You can go up here, even though you don't really sit. Yan Mask. Oh, here. Actually, he looks
Yan
great.
Mask.
This one definitely does not sit, and they did not even try to make him sit. So he's got to sit like that.
Yeah, there's no attempt to sit there.
No,
Both-
he's supposed to
both
kind of
both
just
Yan
prop him
Mask,
up against like a
both
book or
Uni-
something.
Uni-
All things
both
considered,
regular
he's very
Yan
cute
Mask
though.
and
The
Galarian
proportions
Yan
are
Mask is
good. The
pretty
mask is fine. I think it's a straight up to A tier with him.
I honestly think Crustle could like qualify for S tier.
You think so?
I'm not even a Crustle fan, but I see him hanging out all cool like that. I would move Sandile and Crustle. Like that's just me.
Ooh.
But I'm a fan of those guys.
I can put him up there just because B tier is getting crowded. Sandile,
His head's kind of big.
his head's a bit big
But Crustle though,
because he's
Whoa.
so
Up
cool.
to S
There we
tier.
go. That's a cool guy.
We got Cofagrigus down. Does this guy stand too?
Rodriguez.
No, he doesn't even stand.
Maybe plump him up.
Just move him
looks
around
really
a bit.
cool.
You think he can, but I don't think he can actually. The proportions
I
are
would-
not
I would-
like how he normally
honestly,
is, but I kind of like what they
Rodriguez is
changed
better than
about
Cofagrigus,
him.
but they're
He's
both
just
pretty
like wider and shorter. No matter what we do, I don't think this guy is gonna sit. If I'm a Cofagrigus fan, I think he's great. I'd say this is a good old A tier.
Even if he can't sit?
I think he's a good one. He can stand with friends, and I think that's a little friendship point that he deserves. Tortuga. This is actually really cute.
Tortuga.
His face is a little flat. He doesn't have his little beak. It looks like a little shelter head thing. His body looks great, but his face does not. Also, his back legs could use a little fluff all around. Like at first glance, I think he was a great little guy. I do appreciate the little textures here. Like it's not just sewn on, it's like actual textured fabric. But
Tortuga looks
I
cool.
don't think I'm enthusiastic
Oh.
about Tortuga. I think this is a
Aw.
sad
Well,
face,
there goes all my
unfortunately.
hats.
I like Tortuga. I just think he could have been workshopped a little bit better,
37.
I think.
With 37
But over
minutes in,
here,
and I lost all my hats.
Caracosta. Oh no.
Kind of flat,
Yeah,
but
right.
is sitting.
He does sit.
Yeah,
This guy
Costa.
was not really in a sitting position. His face is not what I expected it to be either. It's kind of just
I'm still
like
not
they
gonna,
made a
like,
little
get my
ball
headphones
and
in
then
this
put the
video.
features on. I kind of want more of like the snapping turtle beak that he has. I like his little sitting form though. I like what he's all about. But I'm not too impressed with this guy either. I think he's cute, but I think the best part about him is that he's sitting. I think he's just gonna go right here next to his little baby, unfortunately. Archon! Okay, Archon and Archeops are one of my favorite fossils, or just Pokemon in general. Here he is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Archeops
his
looks
little bug
really cool,
eyes.
but I
Look
hate
at this
his
guy!
Oh,
Oh, baby.
as soon as it reaches
Archon.
half of
Oh,
its
let me
HP,
get a good old look at you.
just-
Just a little
it
goofy.
won't really-
This is like an
won't do
easy
anything.
S tier right there.
You think so?
He's sitting, he's a cutie. That's a sitting cutie.
Yeah, okay,
He's very
cool.
derpy, but in the fact that Drillbur is derpy. So, yeah, I think
Alberto's the
he's
one that's
great.
derpy.
I'm popping off as an Archon
S
fan.
tier.
He goes up
S
here
tier.
with the greats. I love him. And then we got Archeops, big man on campus.
Oh, that is a big man.
Why is he so big? He's so stanced up. He's like,
When I was a
his
kid,
claws are just
Archeops' name
printed
was
felt
probably, like, the
and cut
hardest to
felt. I don't know if I
pronounce.
agree with that one. It just doesn't match his feet. Lots of different textures going on this guy. He's definitely not as high up as Archon. I do like this man though. I think they did the best they could with him. My bias places him in the B tier.
Oh, we're getting a little full over there.
I'm looking for Trubbish now. Oh, here he is. Oh.
Trubbish.
Oh, he's cute. Look at his little teeth popping out. He's got an overbite for days. I don't care what people think.
Trubbish
I'm a
is cute.
huge Trubbish fan. That being said, this is not the proportions of Trubbish. He's very wide. I like him though. I think his eyes are the ones that are a little off model for me, but I like when he's the size of your hand thing. And he sits very well. I think I'm also just gonna put him back in B tier though. Garbodor. There he is. Oh, this is
Garbodor.
great. This is super on model, I think.
Garbodor
Look at him,
looks
he's so
pretty cool,
cute.
like,
He sits,
I know a
his
lot of
feet
people
are
hate
way
it
up.
He's super
this little
plump.
garbage,
Very
but I
plump,
like
very
Garbodor.
proportional. Yeah, I think this is fantastic, actually. I don't think, like, the Garbodor plush is cuter than the Trubbish plush, and I think that's incredible. I don't know how they pulled that one off. His little arm stays up. I think this is great. Is this S tier or is it A tier? Tostada, what do you think? Do you like Garbodor? No? I think she said A tier.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
That was an A tier from Tostada. Zorua. Ooh. I don't think that
Oh,
Pokemon
Zora.
Company would ever want to mess up a Zorua plush in their life. These things gotta sell like hotcakes. This is really, really nice, I
Sorry,
would
like,
say.
my
Good,
neck
just
is hurting.
shapes, proportions,
It
he
was from all
sits,
that
he's cute, he's
almost
adorable.
acid
I think
was-
this is nothing short but just
that I
an
had.
S tier plush. I think it's straight up here for him. Oh, hello. Zoroark.
Sorry, I'm looking at Tostada.
You like Zoroark, Tostada? Acting like she
Next is
doesn't see.
Zoroark.
We got Zoroark now. He looks good. Like we said already, the tiny little baby plushes are so easy to make
I think
look
like if you
good.
have like human-like
thought Zora was, like, a
appendages, it's just
legendary
hard to put that
Pokemon.
into a plush too.
Yeah, like he's got
I mean,
so
like, it
much
has its
going
own
on,
movie-
so much
movie and
his
everything.
tiny little waist, but I think they make it work really well. Nothing looks weird. I mean, his little tufties are pretty soft, but I think that's just comes with the territory of having it be a plush. This is great. What makes this an S tier? Tostada. I'm gonna have to lock her out. I think he's great. I'll be nice. We're gonna put them both in S tier. Why not?
Yay.
I think it's good. Mincino. Oh,
Yeah, this one has to be
Minccino.
little, right?
he's tiny. I feel like his
Both
head is too
Minccino and
tall.
Cinccino
It should
are
be
cute.
rounder and
Ooh,
more like
I see
squished
it.
to be a little more cute. Everything is set up to be great, but I don't think they got the head size correct. And he could be so much more chibi cute. He sits really well though. I like the colors. If he was just like a little more like this, you know? It's so cute, but when I saw it, I went, that's not quite right. No, it feels too mean. I can't be mean to Mincino. He goes here. Cincino, on the other hand, This is right. They got the head like good this time. It's nice and round and full. He's cute, he's chibi. This is a really good plush. He's like all the little hair parts are nice and full and squishy. He's soft. He sits after a little bit of messing around. He's a good one. I don't know any die-hard Cincino fans, but if you are one, then this is a good plush. I'd say up here, just because it's so full. You know, some plushes are a little flat. He's great all around. What are you doing? Playing with batteries?
What?
You took her battery away.
Well, there's so many other things you can play with Tostada. Not batteries. Gothita. Okay, my bias is gonna come out with this line. I think if they were gonna do Goth Gardevoir, they could have made it so much better than this line. But alas, here we are. I think the lips are really cute and funny though. The whole head is really big and the face is tiny. It's not quite right. Okay. Even as a Gothita non-enjoyer, it's not quite right. The body is cute. It sits surprisingly well, but this thing goes here. I don't like looking at it. And that's because I don't like the Pokemon. Is it just me, or is this whole line not look quite right? It could be better. It's not bad. Okay. I think like the head should have just been smaller here, and they fixed that problem with Gothita. I think it's a good plush. It's soft. I like the colors. We'll put you up here to a B tier. How about that? I feel like that's generous. Gothitelle.
Gothitelle's a little better.
With the little lady spreading her tiny legs to sit down.
It just feels like the more involved a design is, the worse it is as a plush.
I feel like they absolutely tried their best, but it does not translate to a plush. Like, this line is more for figurines, I think. Tostada, oh, are you trapped? Come out here. Will you come look at her?
Oh my god.
She got stuck. Tostada, you pitiful thing. No, she got soft locked. Yay!
Oh, there you go.
Figured it out.
All right, no more bathroom for her.
So with this whole pool of plushes remaining, are we gonna talk about the other 2 boxes you have over there?
We'll talk about it later. We'll get to it. But yeah, the dress, like they were trying to get the layers of the dress, but it's that fabric and it doesn't feel that great. So I think this one goes down here with the baby. That's just how it goes sometimes. Solosis! Okay, big Solosis fan over here. Oh no, Solosis! Oh my god, he's perfect.
I mean, that's just a stress ball.
I think he's perfect. There's just nothing that is wrong with him. Look, he's got a little backside, looks like butt cheeks. Up here. Perfect. Perfect specimen little being. Duosion, also fantastic. Perfect being, specimen 2. Nothing is wrong with him. He sits. Does he have beans? A little bit of beans. Perfect. Also S tier. Up here.
Reuniclus.
It's kind of like the same plush, but a different shape. Reuniclus, I don't know why. He's just an awesome guy. I don't think he sits though.
A little more than just a ball. It's not so much that he sits, as that he balances.
Yeah, I think he does a good job. I don't think he's meant to sit. He's really supposed to like float. It just looks really good to me as a completely biased person. He goes straight up here too.
The whole family.
The whole line. He does take up a lot of space with his open arms.
Oh, make him hug the others.
Like a little this.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
It's the whole gang.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for them. Ducklet, found you. He's just like a little guy.
That's a duck, if I've ever seen one.
That is just a duck. That is Ducklet. I think he's fine. He looks great. No other City Cuties have had this fabric yet, so I think that's really cool. It's like feathery. Hey, tier. I think his face is really cute, too. Swanna. This one will be interesting. Swanna's much more detailed. Oh, they just pinned her wings down. That makes sense. The head is a lot. Swanna looks good. The head tuffies are really big. I feel like Ducklet is much cuter than the Swanna plush, but that's just how it is. I think it looks good. The fabric is just a little off-white, so my gut reaction is to think it's a little dirty, but I don't think that's true. I think it's just like slightly off-gray. But I think it looks fine. I'd say this is a B tier. B tier Swanna. Vanilla, the infamous ice cream cone. This guy looks great. I'd say that's a 1-to-1.
He's not a sitter. He's more of a. He gets held.
You're supposed to like hold him like this forever. Okay. Ice cream cones are not meant to sit. And if they made him sit, it would be an abomination. He'd be like this. And I don't think anyone wants that. I think this is great. This is just a good plush. I think he goes up to S tier because he's so on model. Yeah, it's just good. Vanillish. Where is he? Tostada.
She's got a lot to say tonight.
She's got zoomies right now. She gets the late night
and
zoomies.
And the talkies.
The talkies and the zoomies. Hello? There. Wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, you reviewed the wrong one.
Oh my god. One. Okay, we'll go baby now. My bad.
That's Vanilla.
Okay, so the other one was Vanillish. This is Vanillite.
Yes,
Pardon me, I don't know the line that well.
The Vanillish fans are in flames right now.
I'm gonna get flamed. He looks great. I think he's fine. Yeah, he's cute, but I'd say he's A tier. Right in there. Tiny little baby guy. Yeah. All right, now we've got Vanillux.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
You're angry the Vanillux community.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to put a statement out now. He looks fine. The straw's a little wonky. I wish it was up more, but I feel like that's something out of their control, especially when shipping them in like a container that squeezes them like this. I think it's fine. I think it's also an A tier. Here. Okay, the deerlings.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can we just knock all these out real quick?
Yeah, we're doing all the deerlings at one time. I already see like all of them. Okay, they look great.
I wonder how each of these sell comparatively.
I respect their dedication to having a plush of every single possible Pokemon out there.
Yeah, I respect it. I'm just shocked.
Yeah, they look good though. I think they could look a little better, but I don't know how I would change it.
Yeah, if anything, these were the mass-produced ones, so.
Yeah, I think they all belong in B tier.
Yeah, cram them all in together, make it work.
They're not gonna sit down. They're gonna all be back here together. I sure hope Sawsbuck is either really good or really bad.
Yeah, we need a few less B tiers in the world. They're just shoved up there.
All right, Sawsbuck.
Which we also have 4 of.
We do have 4 of them.
Hi, Tostada. She's just still watching.
These ones have all completely different skins as well. Like, they're not even just copy-paste.
Yeah, because they all have different antlers.
Yeah. These also look fine. Again, huge props to them for making individual new little deers. It looks like the deer body is the same, but they put different antlers, different tufts. Actually, this one has different little things too. They look great. Win for the Sawsbuck community. My guts is B tier, but
do what feels right.
What's right is B tier.
Do what crams right.
I can't put them in B.
You can make it work. Just shove them all in there.
They take up so much space too.
Yeah, well, you should have had bigger tiers.
You go here. All right.
A perfectly not cramped tier.
I wish that IKEA made bigger bookshelves. Emolga. I love Emolga. He's my favorite Pikachu. Emolga. My favorite little Pikachu. Where are you? Oh, here he is. So cute.
Oh, that's a little guy.
Very, very small, tiny man.
Emolga is naturally small, but that guy is little.
Children hold him like this. Like, if I was a little kid with my Emolga plush, I'd run around with like this. He's very cute. The proportions are a little not quite right for my taste. I wish the ears went a little more like this way. I think he's great. I would say this is right up to A tier.
Yeah, that's the littlest form of Emolga I've ever seen.
I recommend that Emolga to any Emolga fans. Carablast. He kind of just, oh, here he is. Oh my god, a little football. Why is he so chunky like this? He's like a little smushed Hershey's Kiss. He kind of sits backwards a little bit. Let me.
Carablast looks good.
Oh, that looks good.
So it looks a bit more curved than he should.
He's a very bottom. He's a curvy little guy. He's angry and he's curvy. I think this guy's awesome.
Thoughts, feelings?
They made him such a droplet. I think that even though he's more droplet form, I think that was the executive correct decision. I now have an opinion on Carablast, and he's an awesome little guy. He will go back here. Escavalier. Here you are.
Escavalier.
Oh, his arms. He is swinging.
Amazing.
He'll jab you. This guy does not look that great.
Very cool.
It's a very confusing design, and I think the plush makers were just like, I'll be honest, I got nothing. So he's gonna go down here, but he's a very funny little
But it's an
guy.
understandable sad tier.
It's a sad tier that's slash pause. A slash pause frown face. Fungus. He is tall. I wish he was more droplet formed. He's supposed to be more like this. Am I wrong? But he's like this.
Fungus.
Definitely does not sit. He is a top-heavy man. Yeah, this guy does not sit. Oh, hello, Tostada.
Oh, hey.
Fungus.
Kit Kat.
No,
Alright, now we
you're
get
not in the frowny face tier, Tostada. I would say this guy is not that great.
Alright, next
If he
Pokemon.
just was
Come on,
like
next
this
Pokemon.
size, then I'd be like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Oh, okay.
What everyone was looking for.
Oh,
Everyone
yes.
wants to know this one.
Oh,
What's this guy's name in the comment section? Who is he?
That's a
He
bit
doesn't look
sussy.
great.
He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
It's an
what can I
imposter
say?
among us.
He's a little silly.
Oh.
Frillish. Oh, we'll
That was
do
quick.
both of them at the same time as well.
They don't sit, do they?
Weird.
They just, they just fall.
Maybe
They
we
both
can
look
do
pretty
like
cool.
one
Oh,
of
that's
these.
cute.
They both
Like
look
this.
Oh
pretty
no, that
cool.
works
But I
totally.
don't know
That
why
totally
the,
works.
the male
But yeah,
one is
they do
frowning.
sit. Nothing spectacular about them.
I used
Nothing
Jell-
bad.
I used
I'd
the
say
Jellicent in
B tier.
in Pokemon White.
Jellicent. These guys definitely sit like the other ones. Why is this one so
Hey,
flat?
maybe it's
Both
flat.
Jellicents looks really
I
cool.
did not
Also, the
expect
male
this one to be
looks like the
so
Pringles
flat
logo.
compared to this one. I've never been a big Jellicent fan, but these are cute. This one's just like sits on the floor though. It's hard to have opinions on these guys because they're so oddly shaped.
But if you had to have an opinion,
But if I had, oh, they even have the little tentacles actually. This one actually looks a little weird. Like the head is really big compared to this one. I feel like this one's more on model than this one. I think they get separated. Yeah, I think I gotta separate them, as ironic as that is. I feel like that's like the first big separation. You go here,
God, that is a cramp shelf, that B tier.
and then these guys right in there.
B tier.
Yeah, people don't realize all the Pokemon that are behind this tier. Alabamola. Okay.
I forgot this was a Gen 5
Alomomola,
Pokemon. I
not
always thought
the
this was
evolution
Alola.
of Love
Alola
is.
for some reason.
Oh, really?
I think it's
see
because
it.
it's in the name, honestly.
That makes sense. Very flat, but a very flat Pokemon. It's Alamomola. Could be
Another Pokemon
better.
that
Don't know
I had-
how.
I had
That's
a lot
B
of
tier.
trouble
Oh, I
pronouncing
know exactly how to
his
put
name
this
when
one
I was a
in.
kid.
Sliding it in.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's
It's perfect. Oh, look at Tostada.
Where's she? Oh,
Oh, you're looking like
Kitty cat.
okay.
she's done looking like that.
Joltik. Okay, I've got a story
Joltik.
for Joltik here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a huge Joltik fan. If Pokemon were real, I would have a little Joltik just
Joltik
like
is
this.
pretty cute.
Every once in a while, I go through a plush buying phase, like every month, and I go onto eBay and I just like look at what eBay has to offer in terms of the plushes they have. And I saw this plush. This was like a month ago before the line was released, or I even knew it existed. And I saw this plush on eBay for like way more money than he should have been. And I'm not gonna disclose how much it was because you'll judge me a lot.
You buy it? You have another one? Oh.
Oh my
I
god,
see.
you bought it.
So I bought this one. They have different tags, and he's also different. Wait, what? What?
Yeah,
Maybe
those
this is
look
not a
pretty
sitting
different.
cutie.
Maybe. Well, either way, I've got two Joltik plushes. This is the sitting cutie. This is just a random one that was way too much money. I like this one, but we're ranking this one. This one's very
Yeah.
cute. He's definitely more compact than this one over here, but he's perfect. I think he's great. I wish these were like out more to give his face like a little more fluffy face, but I can't put Joltik any lower than S tier. He was meant to be a plush, and he was meant to be my best friend.
Oh, there he is.
S tier.
All right, Galvantula, another friend.
Galvantula.
Oh, ho, ho. Joltik and Galvantula are one of my favorite lines ever. I love
Galvantula's
these
cool.
guys. His legs are all spindly. He's a cute guy. I like him. I wish that these were plush and not like, I'm not a big fan of the cutout felt, but I think that's just what they have to do sometimes. I think he's great. I wish he was a little more plush-like though. He's a little like too loose for me to call it fantastic. So I think he goes safely in the A tier, just like that. Ferroseed. Little guy. It's the tiny ones
Ferroseed.
that they can get perfect, honestly.
He's a spiky little stress ball.
He is. Oh, it's this one.
They could have just removed that one and no one would have noticed.
He can sit, but it's difficult for him. I'll be honest, I can look past the not sitting because this is perfect. This is a perfect Ferroseed
Yeah, he's
plush.
gonna get crammed.
So many little
Ferroseed
brothers
looks
are
cool.
gonna get this thrown to their head, and that is an S tier for me. Ferrothorn now.
Ferrothorn,
Ferrothorn. I see him.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna have like the jabbies. Can you spin him for us?
Very cool.
Yeah.
He's got physics to him. This is like the noodliest one we've encountered. His face is a little goofy. Just the legs are so long and funny
Looks
looking.
very
They're pretty
cool.
good though. It's a complicated shape, and I think they nailed it. I think this is a good old B tier.
Oh, he's easy to cram in there, though.
Yeah, he doesn't take up
And it
much
was pretty
space.
broken
We got
in
Clink,
sort
the
of
Clink,
shield.
Clink, Clunk. All right, these guys also look fine.
Clink.
No one just happens upon Clink and is like, this is a cute little plush. I get what he's
Clink is
about.
cute.
Okay, here's what they did. They made one of these guys and then they sewed them together. You can see.
Oh, they
So
are the
it's
same guy,
They're
you're
the
right.
same guy. I think that's funny. For a plush, he's fine.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
Oh, an
wrong with
S
him.
tier.
Not
Wow.
Clang.
Maybe not, actually.
No,
Oh.
trust your heart.
My heart says this. Tostada. Yeah, his name's Clang. He's okay.
Clang. Oh.
This one is a lot more bulbous.
I mean,
She likes
Clang
Clang.
is just
This guy's fine.
it's
B
just a
tier.
big Clink.
Cling Clang. Well, I'll think.
And then Cling Clang is just-
Wait. We gotta compare. Get back out here.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy?
Wow, I think that's the same
I
guy.
mean, it's
The
just,
main difference is this
Cling-
one's a
Cling
little
Clang
more
is
bulbous.
just-
They didn't fill
it's
him
just
as
Clang
much.
with the
But
gear
man, they just
attached to
repurposed
it.
him. I mean, that's
It's
just what the
funny.
Pokemon is. It's just the same guy, but now he's got stuff on him. I think they could just go together, honestly.
I mean, they are pretty much the same after all.
There you go. Tynamo! I love this line. Oh my
Tynamo.
goodness.
I
Huge
used the
Tynamo fan
Tynamo line
here.
in
And I can
Scarlet
say
Violet. Like, I was
with
really
a lot
happy
of
to see
bias,
it back,
this isn't
back in the
quite
game
right.
because
His head
this
is
is pretty much
very
like the one
big.
Pokemon with no
He's very ice
weaknesses.
cream cone-like. This is a chubby man, but he's very cute. I
It's
think he's
because
a
it's
good
a pure
plush,
type, it's
but
only
I
uses
would
the
say,
ground
as
and
an
has the
avid
ability to levitate,
Tynamo
which
enjoyer,
makes it
this is a
immune to
B tier.
ground
There you
types.
go.
And yeah,
Electric,
no
probably
weaknesses.
not the best Pokemon name out there. It's
Electric.
probably my least favorite.
I mean,
but
it's just
Electric is a cool
electric.
guy. I think he's fine. He's a little flat,
Electric,
but no
electric.
points against it. Does not sit. Really nothing else to say. You go
Actually,
right
it's
into
called
A tier.
Electrike.
Electros. My favorite guy
Electros.
ever. Electros
Looks
is so
really cool.
underrated. Come on, sit for me, buddy. Please. Please. No. How I need you to sit. Work with me here. He doesn't sit. I don't think he sits. Electros is one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. Unfortunately, he does not sit, but I think he looks great. This is a good Electros plush. He is big, tough guy, and they kept his big, tough guy energy, and I like that. I like his big, tough guy energy. He's a good one. He doesn't sit, but I'm biased, so he goes way up here. He sits alongside his friends. He has to lean on Crustle. Elgin, the forgotten guy. The tiny
Elgio.
forgotten baby.
Oh, that is,
This is infant build.
Also, apparently this
This
Pokemon
is
gets
the
healing,
build of a little
which is
baby.
very
How can you
weird.
not look at this and say a human baby? I think he's cute. Oh yeah, I had to look up a picture. He does have like the little indents here. I didn't know that about him. He's just such a funny little guy. I don't know how to rank him. I'd say B tier yet again. You can go right on Seismitoad. Oh, Behemoth's got
B.
little butt cheeks. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that until the little plush. Look at his little butt cheeks. Does he sit? He absolutely does with butt cheeks like that. He's actually
BCF.
really cute. I like his little stance like that. He sits. He's got
BCF is a
little
pretty
feet.
cool Pokemon.
I'd say this is an A tier. Right there. All right, Litwick. Very cute Pokemon. The
Litwick.
plush form is also very cute. It sits. I wish he wasn't as tall, like if they made him a little squished down. I think it's a good plush though. Litwick is
Yeah,
cute,
Litwick's good.
and this is a
That's
cute
cute.
plush. I'd say a good old A tier. I love Litwick. Lampint. I like this guy. I think he's a silly little cute mid-evolution. The top is just the printed cut felt, which, you know, like I said, I'm not the hugest fan of. He's got the little top as a butt. Sorry, buddy. My bad. I think he's a great little plush. I like the
Lampint
line a
looks
lot.
really
I think
cool, but-
despite having this big old, like, whenever they do the cut fabric like this, my brain automatically thinks, like, a little bit cheap. But I don't know how they would fix it without it looking bad. So I think it's fine. It goes up here with his friend. Chandelure. A huge Chandelure fan here. This line is not meant to sit. The tag is also in a weird spot. He kind of just sits there. He kind of sits, kind of. He leans back. He chills. He kind of like reclines. That's the word I'm going for. Given the fact he's a chandelier, they did a fantastic job with him. Nothing
amazing.
feels
It looks
out of
amazing.
place. Everything looks proportional and symmetrical and consistent. I think they could have made a lot worse of Chandelure plushes. I think this is great. He's a little too spindly to go to S tier, so the whole line is A tier. Axew, a big fan favorite Pokemon
Axew.
this guy is.
Another baby meant to be a plush.
He is. The colors feel a little off,
That's
though.
cool.
Yeah, I feel like he should be more green.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a little, like, a decent amount darker, especially on the top part here. He feels very, very green. I think that's the biggest thing throwing me off. Great proportions. He's a cute little guy. I just wish they had more accurate colors for the plush. So I think for that, he'll go B tier. Will you sit right here for me? Perfect. Fracture. I love Fracture. Oh no.
Fracture.
He's a little squished. His face goes in like this. As a big Fracture fan, this wasn't quite what I was picturing.
It's not quite white.
It's not quite white. I think this guy goes down here. The head shape is not quite right. But I love the Pokemon. And we got Haxorus.
Haxorus.
Ooh. Haxorus, what did they do with
Oh
him?
no.
Oh,
What did they do?
He's got the
You
gamer
little
neck.
banana man.
I do like him. I kind of like that he's got scoliosis. He just wants to sit here and play his little video games on his computer, on his PC. I think the colors on this guy is like a little bit off too. He
Yeah,
feels very
He
yellow.
should not be a banana man.
He's a banana man. Banana shrimp man. Also, his face is like a completely different texture. I guess it's kind of like dragon scales. I like that. I'll be honest, he's growing on me. I think I'm putting him in A tier. Not because B tier looks like this, but because I like him very much. Cubchoo, I think. Aww, this guy's
Cubchoo.
adorable. I think his ears are a bit of a strange shape, but overall this guy's cute. He's sturdy, he sits. He's got his little dingly snot. I put him in A tier though. I think that's a solid A tier. We got Beartic. This guy's big.
Beartic.
Yeah, that's Beartic. He looks fine. He's got a huge 5 head though. His
That's
forehead
really
is
cool.
huge. I think this guy's fine. I think he could have been a little cuter, but overall decent. So with that, he goes straight in here.
Oh, you're running out of room.
Oh,
Triogonal. Here he
The
is.
VT is, like,
Whoa,
full,
this is
like,
just
it's still-
different all around.
There's
It's
still,
not
like,
even
a
like
lot
the
of Pokemon
soft
left.
fabric. You know what they probably did? They probably chose
Cryogonal.
this fabric because it's kind of like sparkly, shimmery, like
Mhm.
snow. Overall, the design is fine. You kind of just print his face on it. Unfortunately, he goes
Yeah,
in the
that's
sad
fair.
face. Shelmet, this guy's adorable.
Shelmet.
He sits really well
Oh, that's
too.
a good sit.
Shelmet.
This is a good old
Excel
guy.
looks really
He's
cool.
cute.
I used it
He's
in,
well formed.
in the Isle of
He sits
Llama.
really well. I think it's a good one. Like straight up to A tier for me.
And there he goes.
Oh, here. Oh, his little lips. This doesn't quite look like Excelgor, I'll be honest. He looks a little more derpy, you know? They got his little crossed arms.
kinda
It's just
derpy.
the face that really takes away from me, personally. He's supposed to be all cool-like, but his lips have like the... It doesn't do it for me. No. Oh.
To the sad tier he
To the
goes.
sad tier. He's a
old-
cool guy,
old
though.
tier.
Stunfisk. Stunfisk is a Pokemon that's grown on me a lot.
Stunfisk.
I think
He
it's
sits
great.
perfectly because that's what he
It's just-
that's just
I
what
mean,
he
that's how it
does.
looks
He's
like.
made to sit, born to sit. Really cute. I like Stunfisk. I think there's nothing really to complain about this one with. It's Stunfisk. A tier.
It's hilarious.
Mienfoo. Oh, look at his arms. Look at his
Mienfoo.
arms. He's throwing the double punch.
Is that a sitter?
Decent.
I don't know. I'm just confused about the arms being up like this. What this does for it. In terms of the plush, it's fine. It barely sits. Without the tail, it wouldn't sit. It's not bad. It's just a little awkward in terms of what he's doing. What is he cooking? B tier. Mian Xiao. Okay,
No
this is
space
much
left
better.
in B tier.
You know, he's got the praying mantis stance. It's shorter
Mian
fabric.
Xiao.
They print it on where it's not as soft. Sometimes it happens. I would say this is fine. It's okay. My guts is B tier.
It's very
In
cool.
you go.
Oh my god.
Dredagon. Whoa.
Dredagon.
What a little hamburger helper guy.
Elaborate.
I don't know. It's just his
Very
head.
cool.
He's so meaty. The body is fine. It's just the head that's like very large. His teeth are all over the place. This poor thing. I think they did the best they could. I like the texture on the belly. Good attention to detail. But this poor thing's head. Honestly, it's just a little ugly for me. I'm a big Dredagon fan. Golett. Look at how tight he's
Golett.
cute. He's all stanced up. This guy's so round and cute. He's very horizontal though. I think the detail of his little stone of just the cut printed fabric is okay. I'm just not a big fan of it, but I understand like why they had to do it. I think it's a good plush. He's very orb-like. He's very sturdy. You can hold him like this. I'd say this is an A tier. Right there. Go lurk. This guy. He does
Really
sit.
cool.
It's a no leg day kind of guy.
His legs are so horizontal. He's got his little dress. Go lurk. He's really cute. Also very orb-like. They got his details really good too. They printed the spiral. He's funny. He also gives me like Burger King vibes.
You can't just say these things.
What do you mean? Oh, I got him from Burger King.
Oh, Burger King toy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Go
really?
lurk. I would say B tier. Aw.
No more
Look at his little
space.
dangly feet. Poniard. Aw. He's got this
Poniard.
little knife on his face and he
Poniard's
sits.
cool.
I do like his little stabbies. The head is a little funny. I don't know how they could have done this part a little bit better, but it's a little wonky. I'll be honest, he's not that great, but he's very silly and cute. That counts for something. Sad face.
Oh. I think that's the
I
most
don't
brutal
want to.
one
I'm a
yet.
big I like Poniard, but you know. Bishop. I think he's gonna
Oh.
Bishop
fall
looks
down
really
to the
cool.
same
And
fate.
Kingami
It's
looks
just this
amazing.
thing. If you
Kind
can
of
preserve this
broken,
in
but
perfectly this
still
straight
amazing.
angle, then I think it wouldn't be too bad. Mine just keeps doing this, like a little hair flap.
I think if we put like hard plastic on it, it just makes the plush a little less plushable though, you know?
Yeah, it's hard for kids to like snuggle up and be like, good night. It's also just the head. It's just a hard Pokemon to design a plush for. I guess
It's
they
not made to
could.
be a plush. He was an
No.
action figure kind of Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree.
The
Bouffalant.
Onotia.
Here you are.
All
Oh,
those-
oh
all
my
those
god, he's
Pokemon.
cute.
Oh, that's a good
Bouffalant.
one.
He's little guy grumpy. Oh my gosh. Look at this hunch. Look at this hunch right there. I love this guy.
Bouffalant looks
Bouffalant,
really cool.
huge fan. I love how he just hunches over. He is dedicated to sitting and then it looks like this. But I think he looks great. I'm a big fan, honestly. I think this is straight up to A tier. Right there. Rufflet. Where is the Rufflet? Oh my gosh. I think this is the first time they've used this fabric. It's a lot. I think I would have preferred it with the Bouffalant hair
Rufflet's cute.
fabric. I think it would have been fine. I think he looks a little deranged because of this crazy hair. Everything is fine. I'm just not a big fan of this hair fabric. I think we can call this B tier. Braviary. Hello. Oh my
Braviary.
goodness.
Whoa,
This is-
wings out. I just
Very
wouldn't recognize this as Braviary if I can be real.
His head
He's
is
doing way
huge.
crazy
It's
about that.
more like this, but I think it's very
Well, like,
spherical.
way
I do like the floppy wings like this. I think it's cute, but if I saw this in like a store, I'd be like, look at this guy. And then I'd put him back. Right back in there. Vullaby. I'm not a big Vullaby fan. Oh, but this is cute.
That makes for a good plush. He sits
Okay.
super well.
I think all the orb-like Pokemon really do well in the plush form, and Vullaby is very orb-like. Like, they could have did this with Rufflet. I don't think they needed to go all crazy with the hair. Vullaby looks great, I'd say. Up here. You can go right there. Mandibuzz. Oh, Mandibuzz.
That's a bird.
It sure is a bird.
I do like the
Nothing
ball-
really
the ball
to
on it.
say. Nothing stands out. It's just Mandibuzz. The proportions are the best they could do. I think he's very wide. A little bit of a refrigerator stance, but pretty good. B tier. They're just like coming forward a little bit more every
Almost
plush.
falling out, but not quite yet.
Heatmore. Ooh, I love Heatmore. Oh, they didn't give him his little fire tongue.
I'm shocked. I expected a little skink tongue.
I feel like they tried, but they couldn't make it look good, so they just took it off.
I'll be honest, I don't think it has to look good.
They just have to commit to it.
I don't think that's been their concern for some of these.
The claws are really good, actually. They're not just, they're like individually sewn claws. They're not just like the felt printed out
Heatmore's
like that.
very
I think he's really good. His arms are a little dangly though. Good guy. The way they printed this fabric here, it's kind of his come off. So I think that's a little off-putting for me. But if you don't care about this, then I think it's a great Heatmore plush. He's a good shape. Where do I put him? Now I'm biased and like not putting them in B
You
tier.
can just put him in B tier. Yeah, you'll make it work.
No,
Oh.
no.
It's too
It was
full.
a matter of time.
Durant and his
Oh,
little
no.
spindly legs. Oh.
Durant.
He's very long. He's like a little train.
Very
His
cool
face is
ants.
funny. I think this is fine.
so
I
confused
just
why
don't
it's in
think
the village
Durant
Toronto,
is
but I
meant to be
guess
a very cute
train
plush.
ants.
Like this is a plush Durant, but it's not a cute plush in general. B tier. I can fit him in. He is small. Dino.
about
He's
that?
a cute guy.
That's not a
Dino.
B tier.
No, he's not. I like how they have his mouth open and everything. He
Yeah, my dude is
sits great.
pogging.
He sure is, actually. Dino Pog.
Dino's cool.
Great plush. Nothing to say. A tier. Zawilus
Oh.
is next. Oh no. It's hard when you
Zawilus.
have two heads
Really
to work
cool.
with. I think he's a little...
I think they made it work.
I think they made it work. He's a little scrunkle, but I think he's good. It's a little goofy, but I think it's
But
supposed
if you
to
had
look...
to rank him
If I were have to rank him, it'd definitely be A tier.
for any reason in particular,
I think they earned it. Hi, Dragon!
Dragon.
yeah, this is one of those designs. Let's just see what they
There's
can do
a
with
lot
it.
going on here, and
The
they
super legendary
committed to all of it.
Dragon.
Does he sit? His little his
sits.
little tufty feet make him sit. Oh, that's so cute. I think there's just a little too much going on, unfortunately. I'm a huge Hydreigon fan. I think he could be pulled off in plush form, but he needs to be
Do you want us
bigger.
to
I do like
legendary
their
that
little
really
guys
loses
here.
to fairy?
Unfortunate.
Hydreigon.
A tragic sad tier.
Larvesta. Oh, I'm a huge fan of the Larvesta
Oh, this is
line.
a cute one.
Oh, look at his little face. He's a little guy. I love when they're just little footballs. He's just good. That's
Larvesta's
Larvesta.
really
I think these are really sturdy. They're not flopping
yeah,
around.
and,
He is a
when I was a
unit. He
kid,
does
also
not
thought
flop.
Haxorus
I love
was
his
so
little
legendary.
face. I think this is A tier.
But-
Yeah. Volcarona. Volcarona is one of my favorite Pokemon. Ooh,
Volcarona's
I think they did a
amazing.
good job with them. I feel like they could have made Volcarona look very ugly. He's also a recliner. You see? Relaxing. I love him. I love him a lot. The wings are nice. I like the ombre color gradient, and he sits in the palm of your hand like this. I like it. I like it so much that I'm putting him in S tier.
Nice.
Cobalion. They made him sit.
Cobalion.
What a cute guy.
Finally
Cobalion's
onto
such
the
like a
legendary.
noble steed that it's very
The
endearing
steel
to see him
fighting
sitting
type.
like
It's
this.
humbling.
You feel like he's comfortable with you and he's being vulnerable right now. But as a plush, it's fine. It's Cobalion. Nothing like stand out about him. I feel like I can make him work right there. Terrakion. Some people call him
Terrakion.
Terrakion.
You.
I like Terrakion. They made him all sit, I think.
The rock
He's a funny
fighting
guy.
He
With
should be like
7
so beefy and
weaknesses.
strong, but instead he's tiny and sitting.
He is. This is also one that you're like, he's a soft man for
Also,
sitting down in front of me. I feel like we are bonding because he's sitting down and he doesn't sit for anyone else.
I
He
forgot
looks
the-
really
I
good
forgot the
though.
future
His face is very
I forgot the
round,
name of the
but I
future
think it's good.
paradox
I think it's better than
Cobalion.
Cobalion,
And
just
I
in
am
the
bold,
fact
I am
that it was
proud.
probably easier to make
Looks
these shapes.
Very, very cool.
There you go.
Oh, an A tier.
Yeah. Virizion.
Virizion.
Oh no.
Oh, what a 180 that one was.
Oh,
very
Virizion's
cool.
like one of my favorites of the three
And so is
too.
Virizion.
She's very colon 3. She looks like a cat,
grass
you know.
fighting type.
Looking without the head, it looks good, and then with the head, it's like ooh. It's just too chibi. Like Virizion is supposed to be elegant and sharp and edgy and stuff, but this is like a little round face. I think this one goes down here. It just doesn't look like Virizion to me. Tornadus, the incarnate form, he barely sits. He's got the
Competitively
fluffy
amazing.
cloud, but he does have the
Strength,
beans to
stability,
help him.
tailwind,
The Therian
icy
form
wind,
looks great though.
air
There's a
slash,
lot
and
going
very,
on
very
with
risky
him, and I
movement
think
storm.
nothing
Also
looks too
taunt.
much or
And
too
along
out
with
of
the Cobra
place. I
Cloak.
think he looks really good. Honestly,
It can
both of
protect-
these
it
look
can
good.
protect some
Like I
breakout.
think these are both straight up A tier. As complicated
And the
designs
Therian
these
form
are, I think they did a really
does
good
seem
job with them.
competitive use.
You can go here,
And
and you are way
those,
too big
Those two looks pretty good.
in there.
Overall.
We got Thundurus next. This is pretty much just
Thundurus.
carbon copy of Tornadus.
Oh,
This guy though, the face is not
This
right.
guy was
I don't
a
know how they
monster
did
in black and
Tornadus
white, too.
Therian form
Like,
so
in the
well, and then
competitive
Thundurus
mid-
Therian
in
form
Gen
so
5,
bad.
Thunder
It's just
Wave,
the face, I
Swagger,
guess.
Prankster.
That tail drips.
It
Yeah,
really
it
does.
makes
How is
sense
it
why
supposed
this
to
Pokemon
go?
got
I don't
a
know
lot
how
of
it's supposed. I
notes.
guess it's supposed to just do this.
Well, you do
When it
also
doesn't
have to
go
be
over the
fine-
shoulder, it
fine
doesn't
in,
really. It
Thunder
kind of just
Race.
flops around. This one's
In
not
Gen 8.
that great.
really
If
cool.
you are a
It's
Thundurus
Thundurus.
fan, get the incarnate form because this is
The
great.
incarnate form
He is
Thunder
not,
really
and
cool.
he's very big. And then you
Therian
go
form
A
looks
tier.
Very cool.
Okay, and then the Pokedex weirdly goes Reshiram next. and not Landorus.
Apparently the
So we'll
reason
do
why
Reshiram.
is-
It looks really
I feel like
good.
there's something
They
with
did his
the fact
head
that you
really
have
well.
to-
It's a
you have to
lot,
catch both
but
Tunis
nothing
and
looks
Thundurus
too
to
much.
get
They probably
Landorus, at
workshopped
least
this
in
guy
Gen
a lot
5.
because it's the legendary. But he looks good. This
Both
is
legendaries
so
are
hard.
amazing.
He
I
goes
actually-
in
I
A
actually
tier,
have
but now
both
A
of
tier is
them.
becoming B
In
tier.
Pokemon Y was
Hold him
I
there,
have
Cressel.
Zekrom, and in Pokemon
Now I got
Y2 I
Zekrom.
have Reshiram.
Oh wow, he looks great.
them.
All the little sewing
Reshiram is
lines
majestic.
make him look really good. I feel like this is
Zekrom's
actually a
badass.
really good
And
legend.
Kyurem
Yeah,
is
these
also
are hard to
badass as
make.
well.
Yeah, like I don't know how they made him look so good. His face looks good, his wings look good, his designs all over the place look good. I feel like this deserves S tier because of just how complicated he is. I'm just really impressed. This is great, Zekrom. You can go in front of Pansage. Landorus. Time for Landorus. The tails. Okay, we can swing him
Landorus.
around like this. This part on his
Okay,
head,
so
like
incarnate
his
form,
log, looks so bad
Variant
on
form
this one,
is
but not this one.
amazing.
Maybe it's because these
Intimidate,
things hold it down,
may
but this
be
is just
a
like large. He
great
only looks
Pokemon,
good from like
having a
this
great
angle,
type in.
but if
Yeah,
you
I
like
can
do
see
this,
why this
it's like,
Pokemon is
whoa,
very
forehead.
broken.
This is definitely the
Along with
worst
moves like Rock
incarnate
Slide,
form
Earthquake,
of
Stomp
the
Tantrum.
three of them. The Therian form looks great though. I think I'm gonna put him just down here. He deserves B tier, but maybe he
Landorus is
doesn't.
cool.
He thinks he
Therian
does.
is
He can
amazing.
think what he wants. But I like the Therian form, actually. I think they did a
And
really,
also
really
the
good
full
job.
Genie
He looks
and
great.
Morris is
And that's why
pretty
he
cool.
deserves S tier.
Yeah,
and
he
the Therian
does.
form and the
Good
Morris
for
is
him.
very
Good
good.
for
Pod
T.
Frog,
Landorus.
Pod-
Kyurem.
Pod-
Oh, this
Pod
pilot's getting
Teacup, and
small.
Pod King
Oh, there's
Pods.
3 Kyurems.
Oh, they got
This
all
is
the
the
Kyurems? I
hardship
didn't
it
even
has.
realize.
Yeah. Okay, so Kyurem,
Oh,
his
sounds
face
good.
does not really look
Kyurem
good.
is
I think
Can't even like
as well
really
as-
see
as
it.
well as
he's
Black
like
Kyurem,
a
White
little,
Kyurem.
like a pug where his face kind of sinks in a little too much. His skin kind of overflows into his face. His arms are so small, and his little ice arms are also so small. This poor thing. I think I would be nice to him and be like, you know, it's hard to get legend plushes right, but seeing how well they did with Zekrom makes me say this is a little bit of a frowny face for me, sadly.
Oh,
I think
no.
it's also just hard to do the face right.
Seriously?
He's kind of being swallowed by
Kyurem
his
was
own
so
ice.
cool.
The Kyurem white
Black
design
Kyurem
is
is also
already
very
a
cool as
lot,
well.
and kind of you don't really know what's going on. And that
both look
multiplies in
amazing.
plush form. And then does this guy look any better? This is a little bit of a funny face. I'll be honest, I think they all go in a frowny face
Wow.
tier.
Understandable, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Keldeo, oh, I forgot he's got 2 forms. He's got his
Keldeo.
little street form and he's got his gay form. They're fine. Actually,
Ordinary and
the head
Resolute.
is very horizontal and squished. It looks like he got a little bit clamped like this, and then like they removed the clamp and they're like, uh-oh. He's very, very horizontal. He's supposed to be much more round, I think. I guess you can squish him to be a little rounder. I think Keldeo is a very cute Pokemon, but for some reason he didn't translate the best. I think this guy looks a little better, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because they have the cut felt that I don't really like too much. But I think this guy goes in...
Think carefully.
I got it. This guy goes in B tier,
Bold. Just shove them in there.
Uh-oh.
and then this guy goes frowny face,
Oh.
laying down like that. We got the 2 Meloetas. Hatsune Miku. Does she sit?
What?
Looks like she wants to.
She sure wants
Aria.
to. This one definitely does
People
not.
wet.
It kind of looks
People
like a little bit of a comb over. Besides the comb over, she looks good.
Meloetta.
I'd say it's good. She's soft. She's cute, dainty. I
Meloetta's
love her little
majestic.
feet. This one's
And
A
this-
tier for
and
me.
again, this is
This
another
one
Pokemon that
is
I really
also
like. This is
good.
the
Her
anime.
legs are cute like that. I feel like they're both A tier. Like
Okay.
that. And then you go in here like this.
Oh, there's
One
more
last
Pokemon
one.
left.
After 173 plushes, we're finally on the last guy.
Finally.
Genesect.
Oh my
And
god.
I bet this dude is not B tier.
Personally, a huge Genesect fan. Work
Genesect
with me,
is
buddy.
very
Pretty
cool.
top heavy to be
So
fair.
it's kind of
He
hilarious.
very
that
much
got
is.
three
He's got
both
like
steel
all
types.
his mass up
There's
here, and then the
Cavalier,
tiny little
Durant,
stick
and
body.
Genesect.
I don't think he sits. He kind of just lays there like that. Poor
Yeah.
thing.
Oof.
Me when Pokemon forgets I exist and I'm
I
super
just
cool.
realized
I love
that
him,
the-
but
Jessica's
he
doing
goes
the
down
Peter
here.
Griffin death pose.
Unfortunately. And
Wow.
that's it. That's,
Well, that's
all
pretty
the
much it.
Pokemon Sitting Cuties Gen 5
S tier,
plushes.
the S tier,
The
the A
entire
tier, the B
line
tier,
with
the
Joltik
O
at the very
tier.
top. Don't forget about
Joltik
him.
as the-
Okay,
as the S
overall
plus
thoughts
tier and
on the
Unfezant
line.
in
I
the
put a lot of them in
Forbidden
B
tier.
tier, but I would say these are just good plushies. And then, like, we're starting with good plushies. and then when they're even better, then they go higher. But I wouldn't say any of these are bad. These are the ones I would say maybe make sure you like the Pokemon a lot and you just want a plush of them. They're not really the best.
But which is the worst?
Well, we've only got one in the forgotten tier, so poor thing. Yeah, I would say this is a really, really solid line. I'm really happy I own all of them because I'm insane. I'm an insane person. Thank you, Pokemon, for sending me all the guys. I'm sorry I called a couple of them ugly, but I think they all look really good. They're really good plushies. If you like any of them, I would say buy them. Now, after ranking all of Gen 5 of the Sitting Cuties, I started thinking in my head, and I was like, why stop at Gen 5? I want to rank every single Sitting Cutie out there. You can probably see I bought all of Gen 1 already.
That wasn't even a gift. You just bought that.
Yeah, I bought those.
No,
Pokemon sent me these ones, and then I bought Gen 1 because I'm impulsive. But Pokemon, I would love to work with you and rank all of the plushies. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. We did 5. Gen 6 when you're out. Don't do the Pavilion line. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be one of the few people in the world to own all of the Pokemon Sitting Cuties.
This is a problem.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
This is the line. Go get yourself a plush if you like any of them. I suggest Joltik. That's about it. Thanks for watching.
Oh my god. Well, oh my god, finally. Well, that was Jane Animation ranking all the plushies well, not all the plushies, but all the Gen 5 plushies. And oh my god, there is so many of them. This includes the variants. And yeah, that was all of them. And my overall opinion on all the Gen 5 Pokemon, even though there was some weird choices and also some, rip-offs, I still think that overall, Gen 5 Pokemon is really great. Like, even if I take the nostalgia side, it's a really great generation of Pokemon. So anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe to me and subscribe to Judy Animations because she makes amazing animated videos. And that's all. So have a good day and bye bye. And now I also gotta pick up all my hats. Bye bye.